Morning, children. Now, at our farm we've got some Dartmoor ponies because we are on Dartmoor, and these ponies make very nice children's riding ponies. So when they're coming up to 4 years old, we can bring them in and start getting them used to being handled. So to do that, we tie them up and we brush them all over so they get used to people, and we'll show you the bits of the horse and what they're called. So Stacey can point to, we'll start at the beginning. Stacey, will you point to his muzzle, which is his nose? Can you see now on a horse that's called a muzzle? And he's got nostrils, just like we've got. We've got two, but they're furry ones on the end of his nose. And then he's got his eye, which we can see. There we go. And little tiny ears so that he doesn't get too cold. And this big fringy bit is called a forelock. Now, over the other side, he's got a mane, which would be like your hair, really. So that's his mane. And you can see the other pony's got a mane as well. And they're usually a slightly different colour to the pony. Now, this pony, he's a dark bay colour, which is a dark brown. And the pony over there, and that pony there, we call them a light bay with a black tail. So this one here is called Heron, and he's 5 years old, so he's just getting ready to be a riding pony now. And he's a boy, and he's a gelding, so he won't have any babies, but it makes him very nice and sensible. Now, if we look at his legs, because they've got 4 legs, so we'd have 2 legs and 2 arms, and they've got 4 legs because they still use 4 to walk on. So they come down the legs, and they've got a knee. Stacey, would you point to his knee? So that's his knee, where it bends like you bend your knee. And the bit underneath, which is like our wrist, is called his fetlock. There we go, Stacey's pointing to his fetlock. And at the end of his feet, he's got hooves. And they're hard, like your toenails and your fingernails. So when they have shoes on, when they're big and they have shoes on, you can tap nails into those and it doesn't hurt. Now, I don't know whether this pony's going to pick up his feet. We can have a go. He's never done it before. There we go. So he's picked up his feet for you. He's not going to do it for very long. It's the first time, so it's very good. Okay. So they've got their tummies, which is their middle bit. Now they've got a bit called a wither, which is the top of their shoulder. That's right. And then they've got a long backbone that goes all the way down to the bottom. And we call this their quarters, which I suppose is like their bottom. And then they've got a thigh, and they've got what we call, which is a funny shaped bit, a bit like our knees or our elbows. There we go. And his tail is there to keep him warm when it's horrible and wet up on Dartmoor. So this pony, hopefully in a few months' time, will have a rider on it, and we'll be learning a new job. And that's our little talk today, all about the ponies. And you can hear the chickens as well, can't you? They all get on very well together. There we go. This pony here is called Raven. We haven't handled him yet. He's a little bit shy still. And we've got one that's tied up there. He's learning to tie up. And that one is called, well, that one's called Heron. And this one's called Bayleaf. I got them wrong, didn't I? So this one's called Bayleaf. Anyway, that's goodbye from Bayleaf, and goodbye from me, and goodbye from Stacey. Speak to you in a couple of weeks.